Yes.
Do you think too much sometimes?
All the time.
Oh, okay, now you must be tired.
Yeah.
But you have to make it till Sundays around, yeah? So do you understand now Yeva's idea?
Yes, I do.
What is she saying?
She's saying that he answered question wrongly.
Why?
Because he replaced the terms good and perfect.
Did he indeed replace good by perfect? No, yeah. Did he replace good by perfect? Yes or no?
If I say, I think he...
No, so,
Yes.
do you see the stuff you're doing? Do you see it?
Yeah.
Crazy, no?
Yeah.
All I'm asking you is to use your eyes and look. And then you go, yeah. Did he replace good by perfect?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to commit suicide. Yes, all right. Now, you see this with the eyes, don't you?
Yeah.
So why do you do all this circus? You see, it's funny. By the way, this is a very typical thing. People have so much stuff going on in their head that what's right in front. It's a principle of the stolen letter, purloined letter. You know this story by Edgar Allan Poe? Purloined letter?
No.
No? Who knows that story? Raise your hand.
What story?
What is that?
Purloined letter. Okay, I'll just give it to you very quickly. Read it. By the way, Edgar Allan Poe, people that don't know, is one of the most philosophical short stories that I know. In that case, Edgar Allan Poe.
Was it
In French, it's Edgar Allan Poe. In Russian, Edgar Allan Poe. How about Croatian? I can give it any language you want. In Italian, Edgar Allan Poe. Anybody else needs? In Persian, it's more difficult. Yes.
In Nice language.
In what?
In Niçois. No, I wanted the title, not the author.
You're in a rush. Anyway, he tells a story about a stolen letter. Purloined was stolen, right? And I don't want to tell the whole story, read it, but the police cannot find it. They look all over, they look all over, behind the wooden floor, behind the walls, secret shell, everywhere. But where is the letter? And there's a smart guy who knows how the police functions, He says, I know. He knows the guy, he knows the police. So where is the police now going to look? It's right in front in the chimney. Right? Very nice story, right? And what he's doing, all these people that think, blah, 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 blah. The obvious they don't see. By the way, you have an equivalent in the history of philosophy. It's a famous Thales story. You know the Thales story? Thales of Miletus, where he's looking at this philosopher. So he's looking at the stars, and he falls in the well. And who is there? The stupid woman, the servant from Thracia. Yeah? She's a neighbor of yours, right? Yeah, she's a neighbor, yeah. And what does she do? She starts laughing. Common sense, right? She's your friend. She laughs. Say, what? This guy, he's so, he cannot even see his feet, right? This is gone. His mind is gone. So the obvious disappears. Okay, that's very nice, thank you. So that's the idea. So the obvious is words. So Ahmed did replace one word by another. We good?
Yeah.
Now, that's the word. Now, once we've seen this with our eyes, what is the question? Is it legitimate or not? It's not forbidden to replace one word by another. In the absolute, Plato and others claim that, which I tend to think it's true, that no two words are totally equivalent. Between any two words in any language, most likely you will find some kind of difference. But for all practical purposes, you will find moments where one is replaceable by other. Yeah? When I said someone came or a person came, right? You can say it's not exactly the same, but here in this sentence, basically they're replaceable. You okay with that?
Yeah.
So the whole question is, once you admit the word is changed, and that you clarify this, then we examine, is this replacement legitimate or not? But if you don't even see the words is different, then you cannot do anything. So always, in this kind of problem, two steps. Is the word same or different? Then, is the word, if it's a different, if it's the same, no problem. If it's different, are they reducible one to the other one? Are they replaceable? You okay with the process? So first step, different words or not? Different. Second, are they replaceable? Yes or not? Yes? Okay, so you think, yes, Yeva, he replaced the word, but there's no problem. They're replaceable one by the other. Yes, he replaced a word by another word, but there's no problem. These two words are interchangeable. Are you okay with that or no?
Yes.
Yes? So that would be your answer to Yeva. You plead guilty. You say, yes, he changed the word, but it's not a problem.
Yes.
Are we good?
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's see on it. Yeva, you think it's a problem?
Yes.
Yes. Well, we have two schools. The school that says, unless still someone thinks that he didn't change the word, which, but I don't want to go back to that. Hopefully everybody saw. Now, who thinks these two words can be replaced? One by the other. Raise your hand.
Comment, please. Because replacement is not interchangeable.
I'll tell you what. Smart people, no, don't forget. This is for stupid people. For stupid people, you know that replacement and interchangeable is basically the same thing. Do you know this?
No.
Maybe because you're a smart person. Do you know this?
No.
Well, are you smart or stupid in this case?
Normal person.
Okay. Do you know that normal persons actually do not exist? It's a pure concept that does not exist. I mean, maybe I have never met, so. Well, for example, you are making a distinction here, right? Yes. Am I making a distinction?
No.
No. Therefore, who's smarter?
No, it's not a question of smart.
No. Look.
I cannot answer it.
Well, I propose to you. No, Ilan, it's very simple. If you don't want to answer my questions, you know, I think it's the 53rd time you come here. So I'll tell you what. If you don't want to answer my question, I propose that just don't do anything because it's going to be the circus. Is that okay with you? And when somebody else does a workshop, you participate. But see, I cannot do anything. You realize? I'm stuck. Means what? Yes. So is that okay that if you don't want to answer my question, people that come for the first time, I can understand, but you know what's going to happen. So just don't then wait for somebody else to do workshop. Is that okay? And I understand that. I say things that you don't agree with, but this doesn't matter. What matters is that when asked question, you're supposed to answer just because I'm doing this workshop, but you don't like. You like? Okay, let's try it. Who knows better, you or I in this case?
You.
Well, then you shut up then. Tricky girl. Okay, let's go back to our business. So, who thinks we can replace one of these words by the other? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. No, you think we can?
Good and perfect?
No. Good and perfect. Can we replace one by the other?
No,
Oh, now you're Yevian. We cannot.
we cannot.
Okay, so you agree with Yeva?
Yes.
Well, tell her. She will be very surprised, but she'll be happy.
Okay, I'm also changing my mind.
All right. Now, independently of changing or not changing the mind, just look at the little trick I have used here to try to decompose the mental movement, to work on that. Now, you could have done in a different way. I'm not saying this is absolute, but distinguish two things. The word in itself, same or different. Then the idea in itself, same or different. So, let's try again. We agree with Yeva that these two words cannot be replaced here, one by the other. Raise your hand. Who agrees with her? Okay, put your hand down. Who disagrees with her? Raise your hand. No one. Who did not raise his hand at all? Raise your hand. Why you don't raise your hand? No, not you. I speak to the wall. There was a tree just before. I love this. Me? You know, it's funny. You know why people say me?
Yeah, I'm lost. I'm sorry.
Because you're lost.
Yes.
Well, that's funny. If you're so lost, how did you know I was talking to you? It's funny?
No.
No. Okay. Write all the names down. Write all the names.
I'm recruiting.
You're recruiting. You know? But they all speak Dutch for some reason, no? Okay. So, why didn't you raise your hand? You're lost. You don't understand. Okay. Who can summarize for if?
Yes.
For if, what is she supposed to vote upon? Who can tell her? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you've been following. If ask somebody, explain to me, what are we voting on?
What are we voting on? Yes.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are voting on either we agree with Yeva's idea that a good and perfect are not interchangeable, or we disagree with the idea that they're interchangeable.
No.
Not interchangeable.
Okay.
So
You get it?
Yes.
Yes? Is it hard to understand?
Very hard.
Really? So the fact, if good and perfect are hard to change, this is difficult, are changeable, it's a difficult thing to understand. Really? Well, what is your job? Just tell us, yeah?
Teaching philosophy.
Teaching philosophy. Wow. Huh. Can someone be surprised to discover that is difficult for you?
No.
No, that's normal. People teaching philosophy should not know if one word can be replaced by another one. That's not part of their business. It's funny. I'm torturing you, but how do you explain that?
Whatever.
How whatever? Well, that's a nice explanation, but you have another one more clear. Now, by the way, when I'm doing this, I know it's bothersome, but try to think about it, because you see, suppose I was a swimming coach, right? And I get people coming for some swimming training, and someone has a hard time right away first day and say, what do you do? Well, I'm a swimmer. I say, well, what's going on here? So, in spite of all, try to understand what makes it so difficult to follow this thing.
Sometimes it could be the time it takes.
Are you her mother or something? Did you adopt her? Did you, do you want to have a bigger family? Do you want to be adopted or not? She's smart. Okay, try to explain. What is the difficulty?
I was just not paying attention.
Why not?
Because I'm tired.
Oh, it's tiredness. Tiredness is a very good argument. I'm tired, yes. Yeah? Nice, huh? I'm tired. Imagine you doing, what's going to happen on Saturday if you're tired already today. And you know what's tiring here about this?
No.
You want to know?
No.
Oh, you said you don't want to know. Well then, you know why you don't know. No, would you like to know? Really, investigation, why you're tired.
Yes.
You want to know?
Yes.
Ask people, why do you think I'm tired of doing this?
Why am I tired of doing this?
If you have any hypothesis, you raise your hand. That's the one you can raise your hand. Raise your hand. Who has a hypothesis? Raise your hand. Ask someone, what's your hypothesis?
Okay, Olga.
This problem is very difficult for discussion.
What?
The problem is very difficult for discussion.
Okay, to tell, for someone who teaches philosophical practice, to know the difference between two words, if they're replaceable or not, and understand that problem is a difficult thing, right?
The whole discussion is difficult.
Oh, it's a whole discussion, not. And why is it difficult, I think?
Because we discuss criticism of criticism of criticism at a lot of levels. It's very difficult.
Right. Do you know how many times we repeated, are these two words changeable or not? How many times we repeated that, you think? A few or a lot? A few. Like 3?
50.
How many times I've repeated once, again, are these two words replaceable? How many times do you think, roughly?
A few.
15. 15 times. You know what the concept of breath is? Breath. Do you run?
No.
Do you swim?
No.
Do you do any physical exercise?
No.
Okay. No, thank you. That's probably your explanation. There's something called breath, breathing. And when you run, the biggest problem is breathing, breath. Let me tell you a little secret. After many years of teaching philosophical practice, the main obstacle I encounter is lack of breath. People are short of breath. I like the face you make. I'll try. You don't understand it?
No.
Okay. Who understands this idea that I find the main problem in philosophical practice is lack of breath? Who understands it? Raise your hand, please. Okay, keep your hand up. Ask someone, explain to me this esoteric concept of lack of breath. Raise your hand well, and when you raise so she can see. Check someone that didn't speak much or less.
Sophie, explain the crazy theory of Oxford about breath.
Yeah, you understand lack of breath?
Lack of breath?
Manquer de
Okay.
souffle. Huh?
Yeah,
Lack
yeah.
of breath.
je
Okay.
comprends.
Please, Sophie.
The lack of breath it makes you, if you lack breath, you are less endurance, or you get tired
Okay,
more quickly.
yeah. Okay.
Is that okay? Do you know the origin of the word soul? Or no?
The origin.
The origin, etymology of the word soul in English. But in other languages, what it is originally.
No.
Well, you speak French, the word âme is visible. You know what it is or no?
No.
Who knows the origin of the word in Latin languages of soul? Ask someone, what is the origin?
That's what's the origin?
Wind, I think, or air.
Yeah, or breath. Huh? Anima. It's breath. Why? It animates. It gives life. You get bored sometimes?
No.
No, only today.
I'm not bored.
Oh, you're not bored, you're what?
Tired.
I'm tired.
Oh. Huh?
It's not the same concept.
Really? What's the difference?
Yeah. What?
What's the difference?
You can be tired.
When you're excited about something,
Yeah.
do you get tired?
No.
No. When do you get tired? When you're excited or when you're bored?
When you're bored.
Ah. Huh? And by this, again, you don't want to use the word, but I hear very often, oh, but this is boring, it's repetitive, it's that. And I say, do you like mathematics? Do you like mathematics?
Me?
Thank you for the answer. Are you speaking to me? You're crazy. Right. Huh? Mathematics is all about that. You take a problem and you turn, and you turn, and you, right, Nicole? To find a solution. Right? You need breath in mathematics?
Yes.
Yes. Look at Nicole, the results. Yes, after years of mathematics. Yeah. And a lot of it, right, is breath. When you do workshop, when you listen to people, do consultation, right? That's a real, and it's the biggest problem I find in this job. Not people cannot think, but it's lack of breath. So this week is a marathon. You like that? You happy?
Very happy.
Very happy. So just work on the breath. And in running, there's a concept called, what is it, second breath, second wind in English?
Yeah, second wind.
Second wind. You know what second wind?
No.
Wow, we're working. Who can help her explain to her the second wind concept in running or in swimming? Raise your hand. Ask someone, what is second wind?
What is second wind?
The oxygen to your brain.
Can you say this louder?
Yeah, to have the oxygen in your brain to be able to, I think.
Well, why is that called a second?
I don't know.
Anything funny here? Do you like raising your hand just for fun?
Yeah.
Yes, huh? It's like kids in school, you know. So what's the answer? I don't know. You know, they're cute, you know? Right? You know, they're nice. Actually, they're very nice kids. They want to show they're here, you know. They don't want a teacher to feel lonely because teacher like loves hand up, right? So nice, thank you. You're a very nice girl. Okay, thank you. Okay. Now, who's not so nice but has a definition of second wind? Go ask someone else.
Only one person.
Francis?
When you run for a long time, first you become tired, and then if you run long enough, you get a surge of energy and you feel fresh a second time.
Okay.
It is what is
You
called the
understand him?
second
Yeah.
breath.
Do you know that experience or no? Thank you. I love your us, you know, the very speaking, like Romeo and Juliet. Do you love me? It's clear, you know? Huh? But try it. It's a very interesting experience, the second wind, and you can get it in everything. Of course, you know.
Also in here.
It's a good question. I'll think about it. Try it. But the idea is not to be complacent. You understand? Complacency. You know, complacency. Oh well, you know, I don't get it, right? And to be complacent. You know, to be complacent. Complacent. Who can translate in Dutch complacent? Raise your hand.
Giving up.
No.
You speak Dutch? Ivan knows everything. You speak Dutch, you know. So who knows in Dutch complacent? Raise your hand. Ask someone.
Onverschillig.
You know that word? No, wait. Who disagree with Ed? Raise your hand. Okay, hold on. Ed, ask him, why do you disagree with me?
Silke, why do you disagree with him?
Because you said that complacence is indifference. But complacence is to accept what it is. So je erbij neerleggen.
Do you agree with her, Ed?
Yes.
Okay, tell her she's right.
She's right.
You like Ed's sense of humor?
No.
You like nobody's sense of humor. You understand the concept she gave?
Yes.
Yes. And sometimes, you know, these people that they have their feelings and they just go with it instead of saying, you know, catching themselves like a bull by the horn and say, you know, you know that. You know, you put yourself with your scarf. Right? You know that stuff?
Yes.
Yes, all right, you know. It's funny, it's going to sound crazy, but some clothes people wear speaks a lot. Now, I don't want to make a thesis out of it, okay, but it's very funny. The scarf around tells you a lot about people. It's very nice, purple and everything, but it says, and clothing, the way people sit, many things, it tells you. Now, I don't work so much on that, but sometimes it's funny how, you know, like people drape themselves, you know. Nice?
Yes.
Yes, I'm a new friend. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you to decide again if these two concepts are replaceable, you know, in this situation, of course, because in the absolute you can say no, there's always a difference. But in that concept, are they replaceable or not? Who think they are not replaceable? Raise your hand. Who think they're replaceable? Raise your hand. Okay, Emil.
Yeah, I think they're replaceable.
No. Why you don't raise your hand?
I was looking over at these guys and wondering.
You were looking at these guys. Now, are they what? Are they more beautiful than me or something? Why do you look at them?
Because they seem to lose focus as well.
Oh, okay. So, you think they have a hard time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ask them if they're having a hard time. Ask them.
Are you guys having a hard time?
Ask them. What? Emil, I'm going to work on it. Ask Richard. Richard, why are you having a hard time?
Richard, why are you having a hard time?
Yeah, that's it. I'm going back to the question from this morning. I'm saying that I had a hard time in that book.
Okay.
No, I was just listening and making a drawing.
You're making a drawing. Is it a nice drawing? You know what it means when you do this with children and they start making drawing? You know what it means in general?
No.
You have no clue? Come on.
No.
Oh.
It depends.
It depends. Yeah. No, never mind, it depends. Who can tell Richard, for people that know about children, when they start making a drawing, who knows? Raise your hand. Richard, look, some specialists are here. Ask them. What does it mean when they make a drawing?
No, draw.
It means they're bored.
Can it mean they're bored?
That's an interesting hypothesis.
Thank you. Are you cheating on me, Julian? That's an interesting hypothesis, Romeo. Is it possible you're getting bored?
It might be
It might be. And do you know why you're getting bored?
No.
No. You want to know?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Ask someone, why am I getting bored? Ask someone.
Okay. Why am I getting? Why am I getting bored?
Because you don't feel involved.
Is it true you don't feel involved?
Yeah, for a little while.
No. Oh, did he ask you how long?
No.
See, quantity is a typical escape. Did you hit your friend? Well, a little bit. Not so much. But, or I don't know. But that was before. That was before. You know? So is it true you don't feel involved?
Yes.
Ah, now let's go further. What's the next question, Jacoba, you would ask him when he says that? Easy.
Can you explain why?
Ah, nice, Jacoba, yes. She's a killer, you see? Yeah. Why you don't feel involved?
Should I answer if I can answer, or should I answer?
Wow.
Should I say yes,
You must
or
be
should I
tired.
give a reason?
What did Jacoba ask you?
What did you ask me?
No. You see, she asked you a simple question. You don't know. Do you know why?
I know, yes.
How come you don't know?
I know.
You know what?
The answer to the question.
No, but do you know the question?
I know the question.
Yeah, what is it?
Why I was bored.
Can you repeat?
Why I was bored.
Okay,
Yeah.
what is the answer now?
The answer is that I lost the thread.
Yeah, and why did you lose the thread? Let's keep going, yeah?
And why I lost the thread?
No, why you lost the thread?
Why
Why you? Your turn.
I lost the thread?
No, why you lost the thread? I love it. It's called Laurel and Hardy. I am Laurel. He is Hardy.
I cannot answer exactly why I lost the thread.
You want an exact answer?
Yeah.
Okay, ask people. Who knows why I lost the thread?
Okay, who knows why I lost the thread? Oh, we have several. So, please.
Because I think it's going on for too long. I come back to my idea of time, and it's quite repetitive. And so we almost forget what we started with. So most of the time I get back at looking at the question, and it's just, yeah, it's a bit too long.
Is that it?
Yes.
Is it? Did we discover again lack of breath?
No.
No, it's too much breath.
We need new oxygen.
Oh yeah, and where is that going to come from? Where do you think that what you call oxygen is going to come from, you think?
By taking a break.
By taking a break, of course. Now, let me tell you something very funny. Once I was meeting with some Swedish people many years ago, but it's nothing to do with this, and discussing efficiency. And the Swedish guy, he told me he has a very good system. He told me, you know what I do? I work very little, but the most efficient times. Yes? You like that system?
Yeah, I love it.
I love it. Of course you love it. That reminds me of this guy. What's the problem with this system?
What is the problem with that system?
No, what is the problem with that system? I love your... Very long.
No problem.
There's no problem with that system. Now, do you agree with this following postulate?
Yeah.
Which says, any statement has some kind of problem, including this one. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
I repeat, because you like repetition. Any statement has a problem, including this one. You okay?
Yes.
Find the problem now in your statement.
It's very vague.
The one who says, I only work little time, but at the efficient moment, what is the problem?
It's a vagueness.
It's vague.
What is little and what is efficient, and I mean...
But in terms of content, what could be considered a problem?
Maybe lack of understanding of the value of a certain persistence in...
Okay, you don't learn persistence. Do you have that problem by any chance with persistence?
No, opposite.
Opposite, so you have too much persistence.
Too much persistence.
And here, by not following, you display too much persistence. or you display persistence in something else, then I have a suspicion. Do you have your own agenda in this discussion?
No.
What, do you
I
follow
was
our
just-
agenda,
I
or
was
your...
just making a drawing.
Yes.
I didn't
So,
want discussion.
exactly. So who are you following? Your agenda or our agenda?
It seeped through. I
No,
mean,
Richard, are you following your agenda or our agenda?
are you sure there is a collective agenda in that way?
See, look what you've done now. What are you showing?
Yeah.
Richard.
Yeah.
Take it. It's only a society. In what you just said now, are you entering the process or wanting to determine your own process?
I would like to re-enter the process.
You would like. But if you would like, have you done it?
Yeah, now.
No. If you would like, have you done it?
Yes, I have done it.
Somebody says, I would like to do something, means he has done it.
It just happened.
Richard, why do you notice you're not answering my question?
I try as best as I can.
Can you stop trying? You know, some people, that's the problem. Do you love me, Romeo? I'm trying hard. And you notice something funny, just like children. You say, now you come back into it. Why? Who am I speaking to now?
No, but you
No,
created some stress.
Richard. Tell me, if you don't want to answer my question, just tell me, Oscar, I will not answer your question. I give up. But let's not pretend. You don't want to answer my question? I give up. No problem. I have a principle. People don't want to answer. I stop.
No, go on.
Well, do you see the problem in the stuff you've been saying?
I seem to...
Do you see the problem in the stuff you've been saying for the last 5 minutes or not?
Not really.
Did I ask you really anything? Did you really? Did I ask? Did you really see?
No, you said you gave me a dichotomy and then I have to say no, okay?
And you don't like that.
No, it's very
Do you
simple.
like it? Last try then, I really. Do you like it, yes or no?
I don't like it.
Good. All right. Now, do you know why not?
Yes.
Can you say in one sentence why not?
Because dichotomies are often bad compromises
Good.
between what you really think.
Good. So dichotomy and bad compromise. So therefore, when I ask people, is perfection replaceable with good, which is a dichotomy? Do you agree? You have to say yes or no. Do you agree? It's a very simple
Yeah, it's
question.
a dichotomy, of course.
Good. And you don't like dichotomies. Therefore, you don't get it because you don't like it. You know what that's called?
But I like it.
Do you know what that is called?
No?
I give up. Forget it. I stop. No? But it's amazing. And somebody suddenly, right? And then you start seeing the depth of why it's hard to follow.
Yeah.
Because of this. Now, the resistance, I make it visible for my question. But it's there. Even when it's there all the time. And that's the whole point.
Yeah.
But you see, but when you do this, you're like closed in. And our job here, see, when I get a consultation, if somebody comes, who cares what I think, what I feel? I have to work from the inside. I have to take away all my stuff, go in there naked and work it from the inside. Who cares if I like dichotomy or not? Who cares if I... Nothing. Once I remember here, there was a woman coming. It was almost not understandable what she was saying, but it was interesting because I had to get into her strange vocabulary, strange syntax, real challenge. But do you like the idea of killing Richard just for a little bit? Killing Richard and starting to think. You like this idea?
Yes.
Well, why don't you do it then?
Yes, I will.
But you will. But if you will, have you done it?
I had, except for 10 minutes.
Wow.
Sorry.
I'm a very nice boy, but for 10 minutes I killed my neighbor, but I won't do it anymore. But you see all these tricks you use or no? Just tell me yes or no, just for fun.
No, actually.
No, you see? So if you kill Richard, you will see all this funny stuff that you're not seeing now. Did you see it, Emil? Or no? Did you pick up something Richard is doing or no? Some strange thing or no?
Yeah, I did.
Can you tell him one strange thing he does? Maybe he'll trust you, he doesn't trust me, but can you tell him one thing? If he beats you up, I'll protect you. You want to change things right away? Oh, but they're saying the same how?
No, but I mean, I see how he avoids questions.
Okay.
That's like,
Stop there. You believe him, Richard?
Yes.
Yes. You have a name for that? One word?
Political, what was it?
Political what?
No, but how he was avoiding the questions.
Yeah? You have a name for it, Political what? He's acting like a politician, you mean?
Yeah.
Tell him, you're just a politician, Richard.
You got the politician.
Ah. And by the way, Neil, you know Richard a bit?
Yeah.
Do you see him doing this all the time or just today?
I've not noticed it before.
But now you think about it, makes sense?
No.
You discovered Richard today. Okay. All right. Are you back with us now, Richard?
Yes.
Yes, I know. I do this with children, you know? We're not interested in them, so they lose concentration. You do this and they're back in the game, right?
Okay.
All right, okay, so.
I got my 15 minutes of fame.
But the others were happy, you know? They like to watch the thing. What time did we start? You know, who remembers what time we started? 4:30? Okay, let's do another 15 minutes then. Okay, so, first of all, well, let's do some mental talk, right? We finally accepted, if I understand correctly, right? Yevas, finally we got a criticism, Ahmed. Do you plead guilty that you have not answered the question, you have changed the question? True or false?
False.
False. Okay, so you think by answering perfect with good, you dealing with a question.
I didn't do it.
No, wait a minute. Your answer. Is it answering the question or doing something else?
Answering the question.
Okay, so you don't agree with Yeva.
I don't agree with that.
Right? So you think, but you agree that the word has changed.
No.
Ah. So what's the key concept here?
I'm not gonna go again for this.
Well, you know, we're patient, we have breath here, right? Richard, tell me we have breath. Right? If tell me we have breath here, we're patient, right?
No, I don't have, so I can.
Come on, you're not if anymore. Now you're called Zubida. And Zubida, she has a lot, she has breath, she's a real fighter, you know, wow. She doesn't wear these things around here, you know. Did you change the word, yes or no?
No.
Oh, okay. What's the key concept here? Okay, let's make this short, otherwise we will be tomorrow morning. Is the question here about the goodness of the universe?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it's about the universe is good, right?
Yes.
Now, did you answer about if it's good or not? Or you answered something else? Look at your answer. You see, this is what amazes me every time. This can go on for hours.
But the question is, and my answer is no.
Yes, okay. Is the universe blue? Suppose I ask, is the universe blue? Look what is written over there. Look at it for a second.
Okay.
Is there, the verb is?
Yes.
Yes. Did you answer my question?
For this answer?
Is the universe blue? Got it?
Yeah.
Look at what you answered here.
No, because it's perfect.
Did you answer my question?
No.
No. But is there the verb is?
Yeah.
So the fact there is a verb is does not prove you answer the question.
Yeah, but the answer for your question is
Can
yes
you
or
do
no.
it?
It's not is, isn't what is.
Do you answer you want to answer my questions? You don't.
I don't.
All right, fine. I like that. So I forget it, right? Okay. And are you stubborn sometimes?
Yes.
Yes. Huh? You know, and stubbornness and paranoia, but probably they go together, are the worst obstacles to thinking. It's amazing, right? For some reason. Feel free. So anyway, so who accepts the Yeva's criticism? Raise your hand. Who refuses it? Raise your hand. You have a few friends after. Right. Okay. So at least finally, after hard work, we found one criticism on Ahmed that the majority accept. Ahmed, you're not answering the question. You're doing something else, right? But don't worry, they know what they're doing there. Okay. So see, so that's a work. See why we refuse certain criticism. Why finally we accepted one. Now let's discuss a little bit next 10 minutes, and we have a break. If you have questions or comments about the process. Let's try to think the process. Don't be scared. Don't stay at home. Who wants to say or ask something about what we've done? Something you want to know, something you want to say. Raise your hand. Pretend you're not bored, tired, or something else. Well, I'll tell you, let's say, tell you what we're going to do. You're all going to write two things, two sentences. One sentence, what did you think about what happened? Some statement about the process. Second thing, a question about the process. Everybody writes a statement and a question about the process. Not about Ahmed, not about the universe, but about the job we've done this morning and now on this exercise. And you have 2 minutes to do this.
Statement and about the process.
A statement and a question about the process, about how the work is going. When you have written this, put your pen down so I know you have finished. Okay, 1 more minute and then we stop. Okay, don't discuss now, just write for now. Okay, so let's start. Put your pens down, stop writing. Now, this is what I call the quarter hour of the mutes. Jesus made miracles, so do we. Mutes will speak. So we'll start with giving the speech to a mute, and then this mute will invite another mute to speak after he has finished. For example, Lena, this is a classical mute. You read. When you have finished reading, you ask somebody that doesn't speak, what did you write? Okay? Go ahead.
The statement, it is hard to distinguish words which are close.
It's hard to distinguish words which are close, right? Okay?
And I have a question.
And what?
And I have only a statement.
Yeah, only a statement.
Yes.
Like you have no question.
Yes.
There's nothing you want to know.
So yes.
You want something to know something?
Yes.
Well, you don't question does that. What is your job? Teaching what? Oh, and psychology teachers, of course, they don't ask questions. They never do this. It's amazing we're discovering today. You know, people doing philosophy have a hard time thinking. Psychologists don't ask questions. Isn't that funny?
Funny.
So do you have a question, something you want to know?
Why people do? Why does people find stuff?
Why do people funny stuff? You can write that. And for psychologists, that's a good question. If they don't do funny stuff, no more job, you know? So aren't you happy? So please write. Yes? And just for fun, since she asked a question, who has a hypothesis? Why do people do funny stuff? Raise your hand. Any hypothesis? Look, you have friends here. Look, Lena. Ask someone, what is his hypothesis?
Ivan?
My hypothesis would be people do funny stuff because they want to be right.
Want to be?
Right?
Right.
They want to look good and they want to stay in control.
You have 3 hypotheses for the price of 1. You heard that? Wow, Jared's guy. You understood the 3?
To be right and
To look good
to look good
and be in control.
Do you do that kind of stuff?
yes.
Yes, the 3 of them?
I think yes.
Yes. It's smart, Ivan, huh? All right, okay. So, ask now somebody that didn't speak, and what did you write, dear mute colleague? You know mute, the word mute?
No. Okay. What did you write, dear mute colleague?
Who's that?
I don't know.
Norwegian girl.
Yes.
What's your name again? Nora. So, tell her what you wrote.
Oh, okay. Well, our thinking structure gets more clear.
Speak louder.
That it was first we were going to say something, and then we were going to make a comment on what we've been doing, and then ask a question.
I'll tell you what, did you write something?
Yeah.
Read what you have written.
Yeah, but I read
Nora.
it very carefully, so I have to
Nora. Read what you have written, whatever it is.
Our thinking gets more clear.
You what?
Our thinking gets more clear.
Our thinking gets more clear.
Yeah.
That's your statement.
That's my statement.
You observe that.
Yeah.
In yourself, in other people, in both?
Both.
In both. You observe that, yes? With everybody, or some people not so much?
Some people not so much.
But don't give names. You might have problems. So, yes? And what is the question?
Why do we act more stupid than we are?
Why do we act more stupid than we are?
Yeah.
Notice that.
Yeah.
Don't names. Don't give names. You're young, you want to stay alive. You know? I like that question. Why do we act more stupid than we are? Because it's true. Sometimes you wonder, because these are reasonable people, and you hear funny stuff, yeah? You know? Okay, good. But why did you just... See, you read your sentences, right?
Yeah.
There was no catastrophe.
No.
So why did you first protest when I asked you to read?
No, I don't know.
You want to know why?
Yeah. See?
Well,
Because I
I think
act
you
more
answered.
stupid than I am.
Yeah, exactly. You act more stupid than you are. And it's funny, I see this a lot with students your age. They write things that make sense, but for some reason, you know, they act stupid. And you know what?
Why?
No, I asked the question, you're supposed to answer. Do you know why they do this?
I thought it was a rhetorical question.
Ah, who gives you rhetorical question at home? That was a rhetorical question. No, try it. Why?
Because I think you're looking for my answer in a certain way, and then I'm like, I want to make it better.
You want to make it better.
Yeah.
You want to be admired, right?
Yeah.
What kind of education you got? Okay, so find another mute colleague. By the way, why do you speak so little? You seem to have some ideas. How come you keep silent? For the same reason you want to be admired and scared not to be admired? Is that it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's forget who taught you that. Move on. ask someone else that didn't speak to read what he or she has written. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wrote the...
But loud.
Yeah, I wrote the... Does this process increase self-confidence self-confidence in the children in the conduct?
Does it increase self-confidence in children? Yeah?
Yes.
Yes. Is that a real question? Or behind this there's an accusation?
Yeah.
Yes. You tricky girl, huh? So why don't you make it a statement instead?
Okay. There is a risk of this process in decreasing self-confidence in children, and how can you avoid?
Well, unless you right away, how can you avoid it? Keep lying to them.
Lying
Keep lying to them, yeah, that boosts their self-confidence.